Assalamu alaikum, class 8. Hope all of you are fine. Okay, in last lecture, I gave you introduction of the reader, The Adventures of Robin Hood. And in today's lecture, first of all, I'll sum up last lecture and then I will tell you about the novel and then we'll read chapter number 1. So this novel, The Adventures of Robin Hood, it is written by Roger Lancelin Green, is a fictitious novel, but it begins with an incident of history. So it is somewhat based on fact and fiction. Okay, it is amalgamation of fact and fiction. There's a historical figure, King Richard, King of England. He was King of England and he took part in various battles and he was given the title of Lionheart. He reigned from 1189 to 1191. And in his reign, third crusade took place. That was Christian victory. Christians were victorious there. It means that battle was won by Christians. And his opponent, the opponent of King Richard, was a Muslim leader who also took part in many crusades, many battles. When Muslims were defeated in Third Crusade, they had to face a great loss of territory. Territory is land. So in Third Crusade, Muslims lost their lands. Then an agreement was signed between Saladin and King Richard. And in this agreement, it was allowed that Muslims will be having continuous control of Jerusalem. It was all about historical incident which took place in it. Now I'm going to tell you about a novel. Actual name of Robin Hood was Robert Fitzooth. He is also known as Robert of Locksley because he was born there. Locksley is a place where Robin Hood was born. Later on, he changed his name to hide his identity. And what was the reason for it? When he became an outlaw, he changed his name to Robin Hood so that sheriff's men could not capture him. He had group of 7 people and the name of that group was Merry Men. And the people the people who are in this group, Little John, Ellen Adale, Will Scarlet, Friar Tuck, and Maid Marian. Okay, the story begins that once Robin Hood was going in the forest, he met sheriff's men, and one of the sheriff's men made fun of him. So Robin Hood killed him. Later on, Robin Hood killed a deer in Sherwood Forest. That was also an illegal act. As sheriff had control of that forest, of Sherwood Forest, so he did not allow anyone to kill the deer. After this incident, sheriff's men wanted to capture him. So then he changed his name to Robin Hood from Robert Fitzooth. Some characteristics of Robin Hood: he was people's hero, he was generous, he was sympathetic to poor people, he stole from rich and gave to poor. And places which are mentioned in this novel: Sherwood Forest, that is located in Nottingham, and Nottinghamshire, it is a county in England. Sherwood, it is a district in Nottingham, and there is Sherwood Forest. And Locksley is a place where Robin Hood was born. Okay, cruel or negative characters are Prince John and Sheriff of Nottingham. And theme of this novel is good versus evil. Good people fight against evil people. Okay, this is the main theme of the novel. I would ask one of you to read from page 7. Please raise your hand. Mariam, would you like to read page 7? Good, the good spirit of Sherwood. This is chapter number 1. Mariam, unmute your mic. Tahir, unmute your mic and read page number 7. Class 8, please raise your hand. Please give me response. Raise your hand because you have to read it. Okay, Muzammil. Unmute your mic, Muzammil.
Yes, teacher.
Read from page 7. From King
The good
Richard the
spirit
First.
of Sherwood. King Richard the First, King Richard Coeur de Lion, came to the throne in 1189, and very soon left this throne empty when he set off to the crusade to free Jerusalem from the Saracens. He was summoned home by the news of trouble and rebellion, but was captured on the way and shut up in a prison. No one knew where, and in England few believed that he would ever return. When he went away, Richard felt Bishop of Ely to rule for him, but very soon the king's wicked brother, Prince John, accused the bishop of treason and made him fly for his life, and himself became the ruler of the country. John was cruel, merciless man, and most of his followers were as bad as he. They needed money, and he needed money. The easiest way of getting it was to accuse some wealthy man of treason or law breaking, make him an outlaw, and seize his house or castle and all his goods. For an outlaw could own nothing, and anyone who killed him would be rewarded. When
Okay,
Prince
stop here. Stop here. Thank you. Okay. In these paragraphs, it is told that when King Richard I took control of throne in 1189, very soon he had to leave for Jerusalem because a battle was being fought there between Christians and Muslims. Because Christians wanted to free Jerusalem from Saracens. Saracens is called to Muslims. It was called to Muslims by Christians. Soon, King Richard was called back, and on his way, He was captured, he was caught and shut in a prison. People thought that he would never come back. People of his country thought that he would never come back. Before going to battle, he asked Bishop of Ely to rule for him until he comes back. So he said that in his absence, Bishop of Ely will rule for him. But Prince John, his younger brother, accused the bishop of disloyalty. He said that Bishop of Ely is a disloyal person, and then Prince John became the ruler of the country. And what kind of man was Prince John? He was cruel, merciless. His followers were same as him. They were also cruel, and they always needed money. And for getting money, they accused any wealthy man of disloyalty or law breaking. Even if the person had not done so, they accused him. They closed the houses of those people because, according to the prince, an outlaw could get nothing, and those who would kill an outlaw will be rewarded. Those people who kill an outlaw, those will be rewarded. So, which character is introduced till now? The character of Prince John is introduced here, okay? Now you have to start reading from here when Prince John. Ali Hassan, unmute your mic. Students, are you not interested in reading? If you will not read, then how this chapter will be completed? Mariam, unmute your mic. Mudassar, unmute your mic. Please raise your hand, students. Okay, Mariam, unmute your mic. You have to start from here when Prince John had seized a man.
When Prince John had seized a man's land, he would usually put one of his own followers in his place, provided he paid him large sums of money. Prince John's followers did not mind how they came by the money. For them, the easiest way was to take it from the small farmers, the peasants, and even from the serfs. And not only Prince John's but knights and squires with this, many also of the
Bishops,
bishops and abbots who were either in league with him or greedy for their own good, like the wards of the nobles and barons. Many a sheriff, too, was appointed to keep order and administer justice in the towns and countries by Prince John, provided he paid well for the honor, and of course he had also to force the money from someone richer than himself, and obey Prince John, however cruel and unjust the orders might be. One was the sheriff of
Nottingham.
Nottingham, the little town on the edge of Haywood Forest, and when Prince John came and set up his court there for a time, he was naturally most eager to show his loyalty and zeal. One
Okay, stop.
evening he
Thank you. Thank you. Stop. Okay, first of all, I will tell you meaning. The paragraph where you started reading. Fifth line, serf. The word serf is used. Serf means slave. Knight mean a man of high rank that is trained to fight. A man of high rank. Abbot is a building for worship. In last lecture, I told you about many are sheriff, many are. It is used with singular noun but refers to large number of people. Yes, another word is squires. Squires mean landowner. Okay. When Prince John had to take control or had to seize a wealthy man's property, had to take control of wealthy man's property, he would ask one of his followers to stay in his place. He also asked him that if he stays in his place, he would also be awarded with a large sum of money. So when Prince John went to seize a wealthy man's property, he asked his followers to stay in his place, and he also told that person that he will also be rewarded with a large sum of money. Then he took money from small farmers and peasants and even from slaves. Not only Prince John did this, but his fellow men were also greedy for money. They had greed of wealth. So Prince John appointed many sheriffs in different towns and counties to keep order or to manage everything. And they were told that they will be paid well. Prince John told those sheriffs that they will be paid well. But at any cost, they had to obey Prince John. Even if his orders are unjust, they will have to obey him. And among those sheriffs which were appointed, there was a sheriff of Nottingham. Nottingham is little town on the edge of Sherwood Forest. Prince John had dual personality. He showed off his loyalty to his people, but actually he was cruel and unjust. As you can see, zeal mean excitement, loyalty, faithfulness, to be faithful. First two lines of page number 9, John came and set up his court there for a time. He was naturally most eager to show his loyalty and zeal. So he had dual personality. He showed off his loyalty and zeal, but actually he was unjust and cruel. Okay, Tahir, you will start from here one evening. Page number 9.
One evening, he and his men came upon a serf who had killed a deer. Without a thought of pity, the sheriff ordered the poor man's cottage to be searched for money, and when none was found, had it burned to the ground. Then the wrecked serf was brought
Batch.
before him. You, Brett, you know the forest laws, said the sheriff grimly. All right, my man, one of you heat the irons quickly, blind him, and turn him loose. No, no, not that, shrieked the man. Anything but that.
Shrieked,
Kill
shrieked
me
the man.
straight away. If you blind me, God will repay you. Mercy, mercy. Prince John had ridden out to see the sheriff at work, and at this moment he joined the little group round the glowing embers of the cottage. What nightjar have we here? He asked carelessly. Surely, good sheriff, you should have cut out his tongue first. You should keep silent and secret if you expect this boogie Robin Hood to come out to his aid, and I've heard tell he does. What this man cries will waken the king in Palestine, or whatever he is now. Silence, my dog, said, cried the sheriff, striking the surf through roughly
Roughly.
across the mouth. You ought to know better than to make his unseemly noise in the presence of His Royal Highness Prince John.
Okay, stop here. Thank you. Okay, on page number 9, Prince John's brutality is showed. And sheriff's brutality is also being shown. And sheriff has also used abusive language. In last paragraph on page number 9, last paragraph, first line, is using abusive language for the man who is caught. Okay, the word bogey. Bogey mean evil. Bogey Robin Hood, evil Robin Hood. And then the same line, there is a word aid. Aid mean help. Side by side, I will be telling you meanings. Embers. Embers is small pieces of burning coal. Grimly. Grimly means seriously. Okay. One day, when he and his men captured a slave who killed a deer. Actually, this man was Much. Much was also a miller. The name of this man was Much. This was an illegal act to kill the deer. Sheriff ordered his man to search uh, this slave's cottage for money, and if nothing is found, then burn that cottage. He also asked the slave that he does not know forest law. Then he ordered his men to heat the iron quickly, blind him. Blind him mean block his vision or make him unable to see, and let him move freely. First of all, make him unable to see, and then let him move freely. The slave, whose name was Much, he pleaded for mercy, but Sheriff did not forgive him. At that time, Prince John came there and stood at the place where small pieces of coal were being heated. Okay, so this embers, the word embers means small pieces of burning coal. He suggested Sheriff to cut out tongue of this slave. Prince John suggested Sheriff to cut out tongue of the slave. He also ordered his men that this matter should be a secret, otherwise Robin Hood will come to help this slave. Sheriff hit the slave, abused him, and told him that you should not make noise in the presence of Reverend Prince John. Here, reverend means respectful. He is using the words highness, his royal highness. So these are the words which are used to address an emperor. So reverent means respectful. Okay, page number 10. Who is going to read page number 10? Hurry up, students, raise your hand. Hurry up. Good, Mudassir. Unmute your mic.
Prince John, gasped the man. Oh, save me, sir. For God's love,
Fine.
save me. Who is he? Asked John casually. What has he done?
Casually.
Casually. What has he done? They call him Much, said the sheriff importantly. He was a
Miller.
miller once, but he was too fond of King's deer. See, his first and second fingers have been cut off. That tells its own story. A bowstring pulled off unlawfully now,
Unlawfully.
unlawfully. Now we have caught him at it again. The law l- lays it down that for a second
Conviction.
conviction for deer slaving, a man shall
Hang.
have his eyes burned out a third time, hang, and he hangs. But I will warrant him find it hard to shoot a deer when we have done with him. I have never known a man to shoot by smell. Haha, the sheriff laughed
Hartley.
heartily at his own joke, and Prince John was pleased to smile. Well, fellow, he said to poor old Much, who still knelt,
Knelt.
knelt trembling before him. So please, so please, your highness, gasped Much. They burned my mill to make a wider hunting ground and a way to the stream so that the deer could come there to drink. How would I get my food? But by hunting. It's hard to shoot straight and true, lacking the arrow fingers and shoot and true and straight must a man shoot if he would like kill lob full game, the rabbit and the wood pigeon. I had two children, one died of want, and my boy young Madge was crying out of food. We cannot live long upon grass and herbs like an ox, nor upon the roots that the swine eat. Oh, said Prince John, so you decided to try a richer diet, did you? The king's dear. Was there no other way?
Okay,
No,
stop here.
no.
Stop here. Thank you. Okay, it begins with Prince John. Prince John gasped the man. Who is saying this? Much is saying this. And he was breathing heavily because he was afraid. He asked for mercy. Now Prince John is asking the crime of this slave. Then Sheriff introduced the slave to John and told about his crime, that he had killed the deer. He said that this person should be hanged, and Sheriff was also making fun of that person who was slave. What else Sheriff's men did to slave except this? They burnt his mill for making a hunting ground, and from there they also made a way to stream so that the deer could drink from there. Now the slave, whose name is Much, is trying to justify himself. He says that one of his son died of hunger, and his second son, young Much, was crying out for food. So that's why he had to kill the deer. So these were the reasons he had to kill the deer. His mill was burnt, and his sons were dying of hunger. That's why he killed the deer. He further says, Much further says that they could not live upon grass and herbs like animals. So that's why he did so. He killed the deer. So he is telling two reasons why did he kill the deer. Because the people of Sheriff had burnt his mill and his sons were dying out of hunger. Okay, students, we have read till page number 10 and time is about to over. 1 minute is left. So rest of the chapter we will complete in next lecture. Okay. Thank you so much, class 8. Allah Hafiz.